You know, there's something magical about taking what most people throw away and turning it into something beautiful, especially when it brings life to your garden. Today I'm sharing 27 truly clever ways to recycle plastic bottles. Simple, uncommon, and full of personality. We'll be using everyday things you might already have lying around, like bicycle tires, kitchen scraps and more, and transforming them into beautiful displays for your plants. If you've been looking for creative ways to grow more flowers in less space, or you just love a good upcycle, you're in the right place. And if you enjoy these kinds of simple, soulful garden ideas, go ahead and tap that like button, share this with a fellow garden lover, and subscribe to Timeless Garden so you don't miss what's blooming next. Let's get started with idea number 1. And trust me, it's one you've never seen quite like this before. Idea 1. Hanging spiral flower wheel. From an old bicycle tire, form an old bicycle tire rim into a spiral of blooming beauty. Paint the rim in a color that suits your garden. Soft white, deep green, or cheerful yellow. Cut several plastic bottles into small planter cups and attach them evenly around the rim using zip ties or wire. Fill each with soil and trailing flowers like petunias or nasturtiums. Hang the wheel from a tree branch or pergola beam. It spins slightly in the breeze, becoming a whimsical hanging garden chandelier, recycled, colorful, and full of motion. Idea 2. Vertical bottle curtain. Using an old window frame, give a weathered window frame new life by turning it into a living garden curtain. Cut plastic bottles in half, and use the bottom portions as planters. Punch holes, thread string through each one, and hang them vertically on strands. Attach the strands to the top of the frame, spacing them like a beaded curtain. Fill with herbs, pansies, or succulents, then lean or hang the frame against a garden wall or fence. The bottles sway gently in the breeze, creating a rustic piece of vertical art that's both practical and beautiful. Idea 3. Rolling bottle tower with an old laundry basket. Flip a plastic laundry basket upside down and attach cut plastic bottles around the sides. Use the bottoms as planters, slipping their necks through the holes and securing with wire or zip ties. Fill the basket's center with soil and plant herbs or flowers all around. Trailing plants will give it a lush, layered look. Place it on a wheeled platform so you can move it easily to chase the sun. It's tidy, portable, and surprisingly eye-catching, like a vertical garden sculpture made from everyday items. Idea 4. Hanging bottle pockets. From a lace or macrame. Hang or turn lace or an old macrame wall hanging into a floral display, using small plastic bottles. Cut the tops off, wrap the bases in jute or fabric, and tuck them into the loops of the hanger. Fill each with soil and flowers, then hang it on a wall, balcony, or tree. The result is a soft, fluttering garden tapestry, part art, part upcycle. Idea 5. Wooden crate bottle wall. Planter. Turn an old wooden crate into a compact wall garden, using cut plastic bottles. Slice bottles lengthwise, punch drainage holes, and attach them inside the crate with screws or wire. Fill with herbs or flowers, then mount the crate to a fence or wall. Paint it or leave it rustic. Either way, it's a beautiful mix of structure and nature in a small space. Idea 6. Rainbow bottle spiral. On a tree trunk, wrap a bare tree trunk or pole with a colorful spiral of planted bottles. Paint bottles in bright hues, cut off the tops, and poke drainage holes. Thread them onto sturdy wire or rope, then wrap it around the trunk in a loose spiral, securing the ends. Fill each bottle with flowers or greenery, for a blooming vertical ribbon of color. It's eye-catching, creative, and a great way to reuse bottles and brighten forgotten spaces. Idea 7. Fence pocket garden. With tilted bottles, transform a plain fence into a vertical garden, using a few plastic bottles. Cut a small window into each 1 or 2-liter bottle to create a planting pocket, then poke drainage holes near the cap. Screw the bottles directly onto your fence, tilting them slightly downward. Stagger them for a fun layered look. Plant herbs, lettuce, or marigolds, and watch your fence come to life. It's simple, space-saving, and surprisingly beautiful. Idea 8. Spinning flower mobiles. With mini bottles, turn small plastic bottles into playful garden mobiles, that twirl in the breeze. Cut and smooth the tops of small bottles, paint them in cheerful colors, and fill them with soil and tiny flowers, like violas or moss. Punch holes near the rim, and hang each one with twine from a circular base, like an old wire hoop or embroidery ring. Vary the lengths so they spin at different heights. Hang your mobile from a tree or pearls, and let the wind bring it to life. A soft, colorful motion that brightens any garden corner. Idea 9. Mini wall vases from perfume or vitamin bottles. Most people toss those small plastic bottles from travel kits, vitamins, or even old toiletries. But in the garden, they can become the sweetest little wall vases you've ever seen. Choose bottles that are clear or lightly tinted. The more unique the shape, the better. Rinse them out thoroughly, and carefully slice off the tops to create small open cups. If they're already short and wide, you may only need to remove the caps. Now glue or screw them onto a piece of scrap wood. An old cutting board, cabinet door, or wooden pallet works beautifully. Arrange the bottles in rows or clusters, then fill each one with water and fresh cuttings from your garden, or with a bit of soil and tiny plants. Mount the whole board on your garden wall or fence for a mini vertical vase garden. It's a gorgeous way to show off succulents, baby ferns, or single stem blooms, and it adds a delicate detail most people never expect. Simple, lovely, and totally unique. Idea 10. Chandelier style hanging garden. With bottles and beads, turn an old basket, birdcage, or lampshade frame into a whimsical garden chandelier, using cut plastic bottles as tiny planters. Hang the bottles at different heights with wire or twine, and decorate with beads, old jewelry, or bits of broken chandelier pieces for a touch of sparkle. Fill each planter with trailing plants like lobelia, ivy, or string of pearls. Then suspend the whole piece from a tree branch, pergola, or garden hook. As it spins gently in the breeze and catches the sunlight, it becomes a magical blend of light, movement, and recycled charm. Part sculpture, part garden. Idea 11. Bottle pathway glow lights. Who says garden lighting has to be expensive? With just a few clear plastic bottles and some solar fairy lights, you can create a glowing garden path that looks like it came straight from a storybook. Start with clear 2-liter bottles. Cut off the tops and bottoms, keeping the smooth cylindrical middle sections. Gently score designs onto the surface, using a craft knife or heat a metal skewer to etch patterns like stars, vines, or dots. Insert a short strand of solar fairy lights into each cylinder, or tuck a small solar tea light at the base. Anchor each glowing lantern upside down along the edge of your garden path by sliding it over a short garden stake or bamboo skewer stuck into the soil. As the sun sets, the bottles begin to glow from within, casting soft patterns on the ground and guiding you through your magical garden at night. It's atmospheric, completely recycled, and practically free. Idea 12. Bottle stack garden totems. Turn plastic bottles into playful garden totems. Cut clean bottles in half and stack the pieces on a sturdy rod, mixing colors and shapes like building blocks. Add painted accents, jar lids, or stones between layers. Fill some sections with small plants or moss for extra charm. Place them along walkways or garden beds. They're fun, eye-catching, and totally upcycled. Idea 13. Bottle drip irrigation stakes. This idea turns plastic bottles into a slow drip watering system that keeps your garden hydrated, especially during those hot summer days. Take a 1-liter or 2-liter plastic bottle and poke several tiny holes near the cap using a hot needle or small drill. Fill the bottle with water, screw the cap back on, and turn it upside down. Now bury the neck a few inches into the soil next to your plants. The water will slowly release through the holes, keeping the roots moist without overwatering. For extra charm, you can paint the bottles or wrap them in burlap, jute, or fabric to blend into your garden aesthetic. This method is perfect for raised beds, containers, or any area that needs regular watering. It's not just a clever reuse, it's a true garden helper disguised as decor. Idea 14. Woven bottle wall trellis. Turn plastic bottles into a clever trellis for climbing plants, like peas or morning glories. Cut bottles into long spiral strips to create flexible plastic ribbons. Weave them through a wooden or metal frame, over and under, then secure the ends. Lean it against a wall or planter, and let your plants climb. It's sturdy, weatherproof, and once covered in greenery, you'd never guess it started as trash. Idea 15. Bottle cap mosaic. Stepping stones. Don't toss those plastic bottle caps. Turn them into colorful mosaic stepping stones. Pour quickset concrete into a shallow tray or old cake pan, about 1-2 inches deep. While it's wet, press in plastic caps to form patterns, spirals, flowers, rainbows, or even words. Once cured, pop out your stone and place it along your garden path or under a tree. It's a fun, durable way to turn tiny bits of trash into lasting garden art. Idea 16. Hanging bottle bird feeder. Garden turn plastic bottles into hanging bird feeders that double as garden art. Cut 2 openings in a 1 or 2 liter bottle, smooth the edges, and add wooden spoons or sticks just below as perches. Decorate the outside, then hang it with string or wire. Now for the twist. Create a whole vertical bird feeder garden by hanging several bottles at different heights. Mix in planted bottles for extra color and texture. It's a fun, functional way to bring birds and blooms into your space. Idea 17. Glow-in-the-dark bottle path lights. Turn clear plastic bottles into glowing garden lights with a bit of paint and creativity. Just coat the inside with glow-in-the-dark paint, add sand or stones for weight, and line them along your path or flower beds. By night they softly glow, no wires needed. For extra sparkle, drop in a solar fairy light or 2. Simple, magical, and made from what most would toss. Idea 18. Bottle cap plant markers. Don't toss those plastic bottle caps. They make perfect little garden labels. Write the names of your plants on each cap, using a waterproof marker or paint pen. Then glue the caps onto wooden skewers, old forks, or sturdy twigs. Stick them right into your pots or garden beds. They're colorful, weatherproof, and add a cheerful, handmade touch to your garden, while helping you remember what you planted where. Idea 19. Bottle wishing well planter. Turn plastic bottles into a mini wishing well. Cut and arrange 8-10 bottle bottoms in a circle, securing them as the base. Place a larger bottle in the center as your main planter. Add a simple roof from plastic or wood scraps, and decorate with paint or twine for a rustic touch. Plant small blooms or trailing flowers inside. It's a cute fairy tale piece that adds charm to any corner of your garden. Idea 20. Bottle flower fence garland. Create a playful garland for your garden fence using the bottoms of colorful plastic bottles. Cut several bottles about 1/3 from the bottom, keeping the flower-shaped ends. Paint them in bright or pastel colors, and punch 2 small holes near the edge of each one. Thread them onto a string or thin rope, spacing them like a flower chain. Drape the garland along your fence, railing or balcony, for a cheerful pop of color that moves gently in the breeze. It's light, lovely, and gives your space a festive floral feel, with 0 waste. Idea 21. Plastic bottle watering globes. Make your own slow-release watering system using small plastic bottles, perfect for keeping your plants hydrated while you're away. Take a small bottle, poke 2-3 tiny holes near the cap, then fill it with water. Flip it upside down, and push the neck into the soil near your plant's roots. The water will slowly seep out, giving your plants just what they need without overwatering. You can even decorate the bottles with paint or washi tape to match your garden vibe. It's simple, effective, and saves both time and water. Idea 22. Bottle strip garden edging. Give your garden beds a polished, creative border using plastic bottle strips. Cut each bottle horizontally into 3-4 inch wide rings. Then gently coil the strips into spirals. You can leave them clear for a glass-like look, or spray paint them in garden-friendly colors like green, white, or soft blue. Press each spiral halfway into the soil, lining them up along garden edges or walkways. The result is a wavy, decorative fence that keeps soil in place and adds charm to your space. It's flexible, easy to shape around curves, and totally unique, all from items most people throw away. Idea 23. Garden totem poles from stacked bottles. Stack painted plastic bottle pieces on a wooden dowel or metal rod to create playful garden totems. Alternate tops and bottoms, flipping them for texture and variety. Add beads, tin lids, or other scraps between layers to enhance the design. Anchor the rod in the ground or in a pot and top it with a solar light or decorative finial. It's a fun way to add height, color and personality using nothing but bottle scraps. Idea 24. Plastic bottle flower bed markers. Don't let your garden beds go unmarked. Turn plastic bottles into charming plant labels with personality. Cut a bottle into strips or use the flat side of a large bottle. Then smooth the edges and paint each piece in a soft pastel or chalkboard black. Use a permanent marker or paint pen to write the names of your flowers, herbs or veggies. Then attach each label to a short bamboo skewer or wooden stick and place it in the soil near the plant. You'll never mix up your mint and basil again, and it gives your beds a handmade, thoughtful touch. Idea 25. Bottle-capped garden path lights. Light up your garden path using plastic bottles and a little solar magic. Take clear plastic bottles, preferably the kind with interesting shapes, and cut off the bottoms. Place a small solar light or LED tea light underneath, using the bottle as a protective dome. You can paint the bottles lightly with frosted spray or tint them with stained glass paint to give off a warm, colorful glow. Line them along a walkway, garden bed, or driveway. At dusk, they create a soft, enchanting path of light, all from what would have ended up in the trash. Idea 26. Recycled bottle butterfly feeder. Invite butterflies to your garden with a charming feeder made from a plastic bottle. Use a small bottle with a screw-on cap. Poke a tiny hole in the cap and insert a bit of sponge or cotton so nectar can slowly drip out. Fill the bottle with a mix of sugar water, 1 part sugar to 4 parts water. Decorate the outside with bright flower shapes or paint and hang it upside down from a tree branch using string or wire. Add a few beads or artificial flowers around the base to attract butterflies and watch your garden come alive with fluttering visitors. Idea 27. Secret garden message bottles. Add a magical personal touch to your garden by turning plastic bottles into tiny message holders. Cut small bottles in half, clean them thoroughly, and decorate the outside with paint, twine, or pressed flowers. Roll up handwritten garden quotes, poems, or even seed-saving tips and tuck them inside. Seal each with a cork, or decorate the top with a stone or shell. Nestle them among plants, hang them from branches, or place them in flower beds, like little secrets waiting to be found. It's a soulful, whimsical way to make your garden feel personal, enchanting, and full of stories. And just like that, with a few plastic bottles, a little creativity, and some love for the earth, you've got 10 simple ways to bring beauty and soul to your garden. Today's ideas weren't just about planting, they were about seeing potential in the everyday. A laundry basket becomes a blooming tower. An old bike tire turns into a spiral of life. Even the tiniest bottle finds new purpose. Gardening doesn't have to be expensive to be magical. Often, the most beautiful spaces grow from things we were ready to toss. So before you throw out that next bottle, pause and ask yourself, could this be something beautiful? If this inspired you, I'd love to have you join our timeless garden family. Like, share, and subscribe for more soulful, budget-friendly garden ideas. And let me know, which idea was your favorite? Or do you have a bottle garden hack of your own? Drop it in the comments. Your creativity might just spark someone else's. Until next time, keep growing and creating, because in the garden nothing is wasted, and everything can bloom.